Hi everyone, I'm Nanda Jayaseelan, and I'm running for re-election as Vice President of Communications of Omega Phi Alpha. For those of you who don't know me, I am a founder and alum of Chi Chapter at the University of South Carolina. I'm the mom of a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, a strategic marketer, a first-generation American, and a huge fan of karaoke. So while I answer these questions put forth by the nominating committee, I'd like to use this video as an opportunity to share with you some top line strategic plans from the current board of directors and tell you a little about what we've been doing at a national level, since communications kind of touches on every aspect of our organization. I am running for re-election because, in a nutshell, I'm excited. I'm excited to continue working with all of you to really make our organization stronger and ensure that OFIA continues to serve all of our members through all stages of their life. In the past 2 years, myself and the board of directors have worked together to identify what works well in our organization, as well as recognize some areas where we can boost our sisterhood. And all of this with a focus on ensuring it is sustainable for our organization long term. And a lot of that information comes from you, our sisters, our members, through your feedback, whether it's the member engagement survey, which is executed by the communications team, whether it is input from chapters, and even input on social media. Let me share with you an example of your feedback and how the board of directors has used that to work with the OLT in the past 2 years to enrich our sisterhood. In our 2021 engagement survey, we heard you when you asked for more professional development opportunities as well as more trainings. Since then, we've created specific trainings for active members and alumni, including leadership trainings for alumni volunteering on our national team, Officer Leadership Academy for our chapter officers, training to help our active sisters know what to expect when they become an alum to help ease that transition. We've partnered with the CEO of a hiring and recruiting company to provide help with networking for collegiate members, tips on finding an internship, as well as providing help with making your resume stand out as an active member or an alumni. Those are just a few examples of programs aligned with the board's strategic retainment goals that have been planned and implemented by the OLT, all because of your feedback to a single question on a survey. These are real-life examples of ensuring OFIA is serving our members sustainably at every stage of life. Now let's talk about some strategic plans for the next year. In addition to our monthly board meetings, we meet twice a year to review the state of the sorority, evaluate our progress on our strategic goals, and establish new goals that the national team then works to achieve. Our strategic plans for the next year fall into 4 pillars: recruit, retain, engage, health, and longevity. I briefly spoke about some programs we've put into place that fall under the engagement pillar. So now let's talk about recruitment. Recruitment encompasses both expansions and recruitment at chapters. These 2 areas are essential to the growth of OFIA. However, it is our responsibility to think about them strategically. With the help of our expansions team, we have learned that there are a ton of campuses interested in starting an OFIA chapter at their school, which is so exciting and reassuring. However, it is important that we have the resources available, enough OLT volunteers, as well as funds to dedicate to potential new chapters in order to set them up for success. With that in mind, one of our strategic goals is to maintain sustainable growth of the sorority through new chapters. In terms of recruitment at our chapters, while one strategic goal is to grow overall new membership by 15%, we also understand the need to make sure that our chapters have what they need to achieve that. We will be setting individual and attainable chapter goals based on historical chapter data, as well as combining and sharing best practices and workshops on recruiting PNMs on Instagram to give chapters additional tools to reach these achievable goals. So far, I've touched on recruitment and retainment pillars of our strategic goals, and that brings me to what I view as our single most important area of focus, our third pillar, engagement at all stages of life. For actives, one goal we are making great progress on is creating an open and comfortable environment for actives to engage with the national team members. And we are all here to help and help connect you with the resources you need to have a healthy, service-minded sisterhood within your chapter. We also want to encourage active members to engage with other chapters. Not so long ago, chapters would get together to share service project ideas, plan sisterhood events, and some chapters used to send 6 or 7 members to the national convention simply to connect with other members from around the country and experience sisterhood on a national level. Convention is also a great opportunity to connect with alumni and grow your network. For alumni, we're exploring ways to tap into our vast alumni network to assist and mentor chapters needing a little support, whether they are showing up for our new sisters at a chapter induction or on the other end of a Zoom call to help out a chapter who may need a little extra help. And our Convention 2024 location is Greenville, South Carolina. It was chosen partly because of the high concentration of members within driving distance, especially nearly 1,000 alumni. With a convenient location, we're hoping to re-engage with our alumni at convention to inspire them to engage with chapters and individual sisters. These are just a few of the ways we're focusing on our member engagement throughout their lifetime membership. At the end of my tenure as Vice President of Communications, success to me would look like our fourth strategic pillar, health and longevity for our chapters and for our national organization as a whole. We have had great success with our chapter health teams who are there to assist not only our chapters who may be endangered or suspended, but also to support all chapters to keep them on a healthy path. And at a national level, we're working hard to create easy procedures so that things we do are easily replicated by new volunteers. We're working to prevent volunteer burnout. We are recruiting new voices to volunteer and serve nationally. We've made progress on being financially responsible and looking for other sources of revenue to support our sisterhood for the long term. If we're able to focus on the first 3 pillars of recruit, retain, and engaging our members, there is no doubt we will be well on our way to creating a healthy and sustainable future for Omega Phi Alpha. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment to our elections. And thank you for your commitment to Omega Phi Alpha.